The Australian government said the 9 Australians detained for stripping down to their Malaysian flag-printed underwear during Sunday's Grand Prix must face the consequences of their foolish actions.
Well, this is another example of Australians travelling overseas and landing themselves in trouble with the laws of another country. They are facing certain charges, and what might be seen as a foolish prank or Aussie blokey behaviour in Australia can be seen very differently in another country. And as I constantly remind Australians travelling overseas, you're not subject to the laws of Australia, you're subject to the laws of the country you're visiting. And there can be different customs and cultural sensitivities that also come into play.
Bishop added that it was unlikely that their actions were due to a lapse of judgment.
It was clearly premeditated. They were wearing the budgie smugglers and had bought them in Australia. But there are a number of laws that could apply, but I don't want to preempt that. I believe the young men are receiving legal advice.
Meanwhile, Australia's Prime Minister Malcolm Turnbull also reminded Australians to be cautious and respect local laws when travelling abroad.
The matter in Malaysia that you're referring to is being dealt with by our consular officials, and I don't want to add anything to what the Foreign Minister has said. That is to say, when Australians are overseas, they should always be careful of and respect the laws of the country in which they are in. I know the young Australians' families are there. Our consular officials are working to assist them. And I'll leave it at that. Obviously, this is a matter that's best dealt with by our consular officials on the ground.
The men are being held on remand pending investigations for public indecency and provocation.